Hi, are you looking for a part time or full time ESL job at home, but you don't know how and where to start? If yes, then you've clicked the right video. Hi mga kabibi, welcome back to our new episode. And today, we are going to talk about how to start your ESL career at home. Now, let us first start by defining what ESL means. So ESL stands for English, English as a second language. And ESL tutors educate students whose first language isn't English. Without further ado, let's start the video. Here are the bullets that I'm going to discuss in this video. Number one, requirements for ESL teachers. Number two, technical equipment. Number three, ESL companies you can apply online. Number four, preparation for an interview. Number five, mode of payment. And number six, helpful tips and soft skills. And kabibis, I'm also going to share the equipments that I use. Okay, so now let's begin with number one, requirements for ESL teachers. We have a bachelor's degree, so you need to be a graduate of any four-year course, preferably education, but not necessary. Yes, many companies out there still accept tutors who are not graduate or who has a master's degree in teaching English. So, welcome tayo dyan. Kahit graduate ka man ng nursing or engineering or kung ano pa man, welcome na welcome ka dito. Also, others accept high school grads. Some companies might also ask you for teaching certificates, and I'm going to list it right here. So we got TEFL, TESOL, and CELTA. Pero meron din namang mga companies na hindi na kailangan na may teaching certificate ka. Next, you need to be 18 years old and above. Of course, kailangan nasa legal age ka. Next, basic computer literate. So you need to know how to navigate different websites all at the same time. You also need to know how to use your email and Skype and so on. So the apps that they would also teach you how to use, kailangan computer literate ka. Next, has good English proficiency. Has patience and passion for teaching. The ESL teaching experience is a plus. Can conduct lessons during peak hours. Okay. So, merong mga companies, guys, kabibis, na ang peak hours nila is from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Meron naman early morning around 7 a.m. or 6 a.m. up to 9 a.m. So, depende na lang dun sa company. And usually, they have peak hours sa weekends. Yun. And doon mas magandang mag-book kasi panigurado magiging full yung slots mo. Earlier, I've mentioned about website navigation. Then you need to have active email account and Skype account. And guys, others require must currently be residing in the Philippines, can provide tax identification number, and must not be working for another online ESL school. Number two, technical equipment. Most companies require audio and video lessons, so you need to have these equipment prepared, especially during an interview. Para alam nung interviewer mo na ready ka nang magturo. Okay, so let us begin with the laptop or desktop. Minimum at least Windows 7, Intel Core i3, and 4 gig RAM. Mine's Windows Pro 10, Intel Core i5, and 8 gig RAM. Next, headset with external microphone and noise cancelling feature. And to my upcoming videos, I am going to share with you an app that I've been using for a while now, which could also help to cancel the background noise. So stay tuned in my channel. Okay, so guys, this is what I'm using. Mine's Logitech Pro X, and this is actually a gaming headset. So if I haven't mentioned, my husband loves gaming. So, nag-iinvest talaga siya sa nag-iinvest talaga siya sa mga ganitong gaming headset. So, kaya pati ako meron ito. Next, external cam if necessary. Kasi 'di ba meron tayong mga laptop na medyo malabo yung camera, hindi maganda yung resolution. So, kailangan minimum of 720p for the resolution. And mine is FHD 1080p Red Dragon. Stable internet connection, kailangan naka-LAN ka o naka-wired. It's a must and nire-require din yan ng mga companies as well. Take note, you'll be navigating to different websites, then technically you need to have a fast internet. And they do have minimum internet speed as well. And here are the requirements. Ito na yung in-average ko guys based dun sa tatlong companies na pwede nyong simulan for online ESL career. For the download speed, it must be 3 Mbps. Upload speed is 2 Mbps. Here's mine. I got the download speed at 50 Mbps, upload speed at 15 Mbps, and my service provider is Globe Telecom. Okay naman si Globe Telecom. Okay, note guys, if you could get higher than the minimum specs mentioned, it's much better. Invest with your pieces of equipment so you won't need to upgrade from time to time. Another important note, your background. It needs to be quiet teaching environment, conducive for learning, well lit, so maliwanag kagaya nito, and some companies might also require you to have a plain white background. Number 3, ESL companies you can apply to online. So these are the companies you can apply to, and I strongly suggest that you start from them since they don't require you to have a teaching experience, but it's a plus as well. All of these companies conduct audio and video lessons. For this company, they have Chinese students, mostly kids, adorable kids. This company has majority of Japanese students, but sometimes I also encountered Korean and Chinese. And this company, they have Chinese students as well. Number 4, preparation for an interview. Okay, so let's start before the interview. Ano yung mga kailangan mong gawin? Okay, so before the interview, you need to take time in reviewing your English. It could start from subject-verb agreement, parts of speech, your tenses, etc. Okay, ask yourself, is this what you really want? Because you need to be committed. During the interview, you need to look professional. So if you could, or if you have a cardigan like this one, so you could wear this as well. And then you need to prepare for your background, the one I've mentioned earlier. So it needs to be conducive for teaching. So quiet place as well. Remember that, guys. When you answer the questions of your interviewer, you need to expect the unexpected questions as well, because most of the questions that I've encountered before are situational. So you need to explain your thoughts or your answers further. Maybe around 2 or 3 sentences would be enough already. So just stick to your idea. Yeah. And kasi i-gauge din nila yung way of speaking mo, kung correct ba yung grammar mo, kung okay ka ba when it comes to fluency, and so on. This would convince the interviewer na fit ka for the job. Okay, so next one is mock call or mock lesson. So the interviewer would also let you know about this. He or she will explain about this, and usually in my experience, this would only last for 5 minutes or less. You just need to listen well para you could make sure na nafa-follow mo yung mga instructions na sinabi ni interviewer. And most importantly, guys, you need to enjoy the process. So, ako noon, medyo kinabahan ako kasi first time ko ulit magkaroon ng interview after 4 years na nasa bahay lang ako. So, medyo kinabahan ako, pero hindi ko naman din masyadong pinakita dun sa interviewer. So, act confident. Ganon. Act confident and pinaka-importante talaga, enjoy the process. After the interview, calm your nerves. Don't get too nervous as I mentioned earlier and think positively. Of course, mararamdaman mo naman yan kung you did pretty well during the interview, then therefore you will definitely get the job. So, good luck. Okay, number 5, mode of payment. Okay, bakit ko 'to sinali? Kasi, for example, nakatira ka sa area na walang BPI na malapit. So, medyo hassle siya or inconvenient para sa'yo. Lalo na ngayon, it's pandemic. We don't want to go out that much. Maybe we don't want to go to far places para lang makakuha ng BPI card. So, you need to know the mode of payment of the company. So far, in my experience, usually they got BPI, PNB, and PayPal. You need to know which is convenient for you. Okay, next one, helpful tips and soft skills. Number 6. First thing I would like to share with you guys is to establish rapport or be friendly with your students. So you need to smile all the time, show them those gorgeous white teeth that you have. Like me, I have big teeth right here. Parang rabbit. The student needs to feel comfortable with you as well. So for example, first time mo palang na-meet si student, this is how your call or your first part of the call goes. Hi, Ken-san. My name is Jane. Welcome to our first lesson. And syempre, you would want to know him or her more. You could ask him questions. For example, is it okay if we do self-introduction first? So, ayun, tatanungin mo na siya about his or her hobbies or saan siya nakatira. Technically, the student would introduce themselves right away because most of them know already how to answer the question. And next one, 70 to 30% talk time. So, depende rin yan sa student, guys. So, for example, your student is in the advanced level na. Advanced level, syempre, mas mataas. Advanced level na. So, pwede mo nang bilisan yung talk speed mo. Ima-match mo rin siya dun sa talk pace ni student. Okay, and you could also use some complex words. Yan, because most of the time for advanced level, naintindihan na nila and they don't have any difficulties of understanding your sentences or what you would like to tell them. And then for the beginner level, so of course you would need to choose simpler words and your talk pace should be slower as well. Take note of it. Next one, articulate the words. Okay. So when we say articulate, you need to say the words correctly, pronounce it clearly as well. One thing, for example, na i-avoid mo, na i-avoid mo is to use American, Australian, or British accent. Ayan. So you don't need to try hard to have those accents. So for example, the sentence is, please play the audio button. Okay, so you don't say button, you say button. Okay, button would be an American accent. So they won't get it right away. And they would ask you, for example, I'm sorry, could you repeat that please? Kasi medyo hindi nila, for example, naintindihan kapag ka nag-American accent ka. So it's much better if you just use the neutral accent. Anyway, for us Filipinos, we are good English speakers and we are easily understood by foreigners. So I would recommend just use the neutral accent. Next one, engage the student. Okay, how would you do that? You could ask questions. So for example, you have just taught the student about a grammar point. Then you would need to know if he or she fully understood the topic or the grammar point. So you could ask question, for example, did you understand or is it clear or do you have any questions? So if the student doesn't have any questions, you could also ask him or her a question. Okay, so it would go like this. Do you have any questions? Okay, well done. I'm going to ask you a question. Are you ready? So, yun. Ganon. Pero syempre, yung question na itatanong mo, kailangan related dun sa topic or related doon sa shinare sa'yo ni student about the topic. So, for example, the student shared you something about his or her family. So, yeah, my son is going to graduate this year and with honors. Okay. And then you would react like, okay. Ah, okay. No, hindi ganon. So, kailangan, wow, really? Congratulations. You must be really proud of your son. So, mga ganon. So, you need to be enthusiastic as well. Not exage. Don't feel awkward. So, just be yourself and give sincere reactions. Okay? Okay, so that's all for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you like this video. If you do, please click the like button, subscribe, and don't forget to click the bell button for you to get notified with our future videos that will be uploaded here on YouTube. Thank you so much. Until next time. Bye!